This right here is a single reason why I haven't been profitable after 1.5 years of day trading. Can this make me lose for years and years? On this random cycle of just me trying to try something and then not trying it. Mark my words today. Hey guys, it's Will. Welcome to the channel. I'm a part-time day trader trying to become a full-time. It's already been 6 months in a year and I do want to break down my stats. And I just want to show you guys what I've been, how my performance is right now. I'm down for the year, but we still have 6 more months. January, I am down $295. My risk reward is not even good at all, 74 or 0.74. Here's February, I lost $186. So I lost a little bit less. Still not good. My trade win percentage is still shit. The day win percentage is 33%. My average win to loss is actually decent now. It's 1.62, but I am still down, still taking a lot of bad trades. So March, I am doing better. I am up $43 and my win percentage is 62.5. Profit factor is 1.49. Day win percentage is 71.43. Average win to loss is 0.89. Like the money is good. It's like I'm up, but I didn't really feel like I was like going to be that up because my average win to loss is 0.89. Although I did take a lot of winners because I'm reading the market right. I'm not making my winners run because it's 0.89 average win to loss. That's pretty bad. I'm just only taking good trades or I'm just like cutting it off short. And my last trading day was I lost it and then I won. So it was a break even. It was basically a one trade thing. If I lost that trade, I would have been down. If I won that trade, then I would have been up. So it was like, you know, pretty close to break even on this month. Going into March now, this is like one of my best months I ever had. But I was up $89. My trade win percentage is 80%. That's like my highest ever win percent. Profit factor is 6.21. And then my average win to loss was 1.55. So this was pretty good. My average win to loss could be better. I want it to be better. We go to May now, and this is pretty bad. Like I lost $160. My trade win percentage is 15%. Day win percentage is 40%. Average win to loss is 1.7. So my average wins are pretty good. They're still like on the higher side than my other trades, or like at least the months I did bad. Like I was still doing good this month. Like I felt like I wasn't taking a lot of trades. I was still not taking a lot of trades like I had in January and February. When I was taking a lot of trades, I was taking a lot of stupid setups. Where I started doing bad was that one day, or like this day, I was still doing good. I took one win and I took a loss. And then the next week, I took 3 trades. I didn't really have a proper like trade amount that I want to take. I did take 4 trades the next week, and it just was this bad. I lost too much of a big amount, and that basically kept me in a hole. I don't have a proper risk management. I'm just keep taking trades because I'm like I want to take a trade, or like I lose and I keep believing my setups. But then at this point, I'm just taking stupid trades. I'm not focusing on my risk management too much, and that's why I just was down. I was doing really well March, April, and then May was just bad because my risk management was not there. At the end of May, I was backtesting like crazy. I was just realizing that I needed to change something because this is not going to happen. Why was I doing good? And then when I just keep losing, it's just like a spiral effect. This is just not going well. This is something I gotta really fix and really change. I gotta make a conscious effort to change if I want to be consistent. What I decided to do at the end of May, I was like, okay, I'm gonna move to futures. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to move to futures because I'm able to manage my risk properly and just not get affected with these options. And because that's what I was doing. I was doing options before. I traded options for ever since I started trading. I did options before I was even trading. I just wasn't really able to manage my risk because I would lose like 20%, 30%. I always felt a hard time to manage my options trading. Maybe because I choose low delta. I don't have enough money to even get in the money or at the money. So I have to go out of the money, and then that just affects my options. I do have a good setup. I do have a good plan, but I'm not managing my risk that much. I'm not managing my risk too well. I don't even need to do futures because I can just manage my risk better and just like only take 2 trades and just really focus on that. But I feel like changing to futures is just going to make me do a lot better with my setups. It's because I don't have to deal with a lot of external factors. In June, I did not take any live trades on my main account, but I went to paper trading. It's because I was trying to learn how to trade futures. I was also trying to trade in TradingView because that was always the thing, but I just never did it. And I'm just trying to understand the platform and just understand the futures market. It was also a bit more size than what I normally do. So that's why I was trying to paper trade, learn everything, and also get some money so I can be able to fund my account. And now it is the start of July. I'm moving into my live trading account. There's a lot of things that I noticed trading futures, and I'm gonna break down 2 trades and I'm gonna show you the differences why I keep making the same mistakes. And this very reason is one of the reasons why I haven't been profitable and not consistent as I want it to be. Here's the first trade that I'm gonna break down. I always look at 2 charts. I used to look at 4 charts because I used to trade options. So I did look at the SPY and the QQQ. But since I am trading only the futures, I am only looking at the futures. The left side is the NASDAQ and the right side is the ES. My strategy is the break and retest. So every day I chart in the morning, I chart my supply levels, I chart my demand levels, I chart areas of interest, support and resistance, whatever you want to call it, and I mark them down. If it's a green zone right here, then usually it's a demand zone. And then if it's a red zone, it's a supply. But since the market was above this zone right here, it was above this zone, so that's why I did put it in green zone right there. I don't change it until like the next day, but that's just how I chart. So what I wait for is a break of a level. I look for the break, which is, this is the break, and look for the retest. I look for the retest of the level. I don't chase any levels. And then when I start seeing it retest the level and it starts rejecting, I put my stop loss just above the level or right at the level. And then I play the continuation down to the next demand zone or like a profit target or like the lower day, something like that. That's my strategy, and that's what I look for in a day-to-day basis. In the morning, what I saw was a break of this level, and it was retesting the level, but it was a bit too far. It started going down more, and I basically wouldn't say I missed the trade, but it was less confirmation that I wanted to, so I did not take the trade. So I was basically waiting for my setup to happen, and then we see the NASDAQ. It did do the break and retest right there, but it's still too early, not enough confirmation. And then it holds right here. So that means if it's holding the demand zone and it's going up, that means I shouldn't really short it again. It's because I'm basically shorting this level, and then when it's going back up, I'm trying to short it again to this level. There's not much continuation there. It's now like a zone that I'm trying to short, but I'm still playing it off of the ES right here, the break and retest for the continuation. But what I have been doing was that I've been trying to take a trade when the trade is not there. My A+ setup is not there. Although it's still rejecting the zone right here, I'm trying to create a trade than rather wait for the trade. It has the potential to win, that's why I'm taking the trade. But having a potential to win is not going to be an A+ trade, and you can lose a lot of money, and that's what I did today. This green dotted line in my chart is the previous day's highs. I recently started charting this out. The previous day's highs and previous day's lows plays a role in the market, but it depends on the context of the market. My main strategy is to break and retest of key levels. A key level is not the previous day's highs if it doesn't align with one of the levels that I marked out in the chart. Once I started seeing the ES breakdown still, and I started seeing this NASDAQ starting to reject this level right here on the previous day's highs, I was like, okay, this is the structure of the market. It breaks up, it retraces to a area, and then it continues. So you see how it broke down, retraces, breaks down. I was like thinking this could be the retracement, and this will break down all the way down here. But I'm kind of expecting it to break this level when it hasn't broken it yet. See how it held right here? It held, and I'm expecting it to break a level right there when it hasn't even shown me anything. I'm just creating random trades in my head when things haven't formed yet. It hasn't shown me the confirmations that I need. Although I could have actually win in this trade if I took a proper stop loss or risk amount and I gave it this high right here, this risk amount, and then I could have targeted 2-to-1 right there. That would have been a fine trade. But what it did was that I'm taking random entries and not giving it the space that I needed to win in this trade, because the proper level in this market and the break and retest is the 62.45. And you see that it never got above this whole day. It never got above. So why am I even taking random entries and just losing out of nowhere? This is the trading viewer now. You see how it never gets above the 62.45, although it goes a bit higher. If I had my stop loss just above the level, the trade would have worked in the first place. It's that 62.45, it goes all the way down to 62.25. So I would have won in that trade. But I did take stupid trades, and that's the reason why I lost. Breaking down the next trade right now, that is absolutely A+. The break and retest works so well that if you can identify it and just understand your plan, your game plan, it works so well that it's stupid for you to not take it if it's your strategy. And this is what I saw this day. I did actually lose the trade because I was not looking at all my charts that I used to look at. I did change my charts to the futures, so I wasn't really confident in taking the trade, and that's why I decided to do the opposite and long the market instead when it's fully showing weakness. But we see how it breaks this key level on the market that I charted out. It broke the key level right there, and then it retests the level. You see how it goes up, retests the level, it goes up, retests the level. It rejects exactly at the level that I wanted to, and then I could have played a short right there. It went down so well that I could have got a really good risk reward. The setup is super A+ that it works. But if I did take a random entry right here, let's say I chased the trade and I got my entry around here, and then my stop loss was, let's say, above here. So I'm risking some random amount, let's say, because I'm scared that I'm gonna lose, or because I don't want to lose that much. And then the trade goes against me, and then guess what? I get stopped out. But the proper level that I had to give is this level over here, because that's the level I charted. But if I don't give it that level, I'm gonna lose. Let's say I got the ES instead. I entered right here, and instead of giving it this stop of the 59.45, let's say that was my initial stop, and then later I moved it to down here. Let's say I moved it to this level over here, and then I got stopped out. I know that I had to give it this proper level right here, but I'm not giving that level because I'm trying to reduce my risk. The only main reason why I decided to move to paper trading was because I was trying to learn how to trade ES and the Nasdaq on TradingView and just understand the point systems and understand the risk amount. That's the only reason why. I already have a setup, I know my game plan, I know everything. I just switching to futures. That's all I had to do. That's why I did paper trade for 1 month, so I can build my funds as well, so that I can have the funds to trade futures and also just learn the systems, just learn the point systems, all of that type of stuff. But during that month, what I did was that I kept playing around with my stop loss, I kept playing around with my targets and just doing a lot of different things that I normally never do. And I started taking setups because I could have a proper risk reward, and I just took random setups and just changing things up, changing something that has never been broken. I was able to become profitable in March. I was able to become profitable in April. I was able to become profitable in the last couple months in my last year, and it's working. Something is working, and I know that it can work, but all I had to do is fix some mistakes. All I had to do was fix my risk management. But what I do in June, I did change a lot of things up. I tried changing my stop loss. I tried making it to break even. And although I think I can play around with it, but I know what has been working, and I know my setups need the space, and giving the valid proper stop loss is what I need to do. And me just changing all these things up, and just me making random setups and just taking a lot of stupid dumb things in the market, that's what's been making me lose. Although I take the same strategies, but just tweaking small things up, just changing small things up can just make me lose for years and years. I'm just on this random cycle of just me trying to try something and then not trying it, something that works, then later I change a small thing up, then later everything just keeps changing, and it's never going to be consistent. I'm making this video because I want to make a conscious effort to change and make sure that I'm patient and disciplined to only take my strategy and just focus on what I have to do. And I know that I can become consistent. It's because I'm so fucking tired of keep changing the things that has been working. It keeps working, but something keeps breaking. Is because I keep doing stupid things. I know that if I want to be consistent, I gotta do the things that I need to be doing. And if I'm not doing it, then what the fuck am I even doing? Mark my words, today I am gonna be consistent, I am gonna be disciplined, and I'm gonna keep showing every single fucking day to be the person that I want to be, to become the profitable trader that I want to become, and that I'm gonna keep showing up to work, working out, waking up early, and doing the daily habits that I gotta keep fucking doing to become the person that I want to be. I know myself, I know my skills, I know my discipline, I know the dedication that I put into this, I know it's going to pay off. But what I need to do is focus and just keep grinding and putting my head down and just keep doing the things that I need to be doing and just not taking random stupid trades. And I know that I can get there. But what I have to do is be accountable to myself and not do random stupid things. The main reason why people spin their wheels over the years is because they keep changing their strategy. They change the strategy by doing different things. They do supply and demand, they do breaking retests, they do fair value gaps, they do, I don't know, all this random things, and they don't give it time, they don't give it the space that it needs to grow. But what I've been doing was that I've been doing the same fucking strategy ever since I started day trading. But the only reason that I haven't become profitable yet is because the stupid things that I've been thinking of, like making money, taking random trades because I want to make money. I don't like my job and I want to make money so that I don't have to work my job anymore. That's why it's all about the money. Of course, I always think about the process, and I know that it's not a race. I used to hate my job, but now I think of it as a tool for me to become a better trader because I'm not thinking about the money too much. I'm just thinking about the process. I have that job for a reason. I'm going to work to make money, so then that can fund my trading account, that can fund the mistakes I've been making, and that's funding my education so that I can become a better trader. I'm doing the necessary things that's going to make me become a profitable, consistent trader. But all I had to do is keep staying consistent on my daily routine and also on my discipline so that I can take the same setups and not take random things to make money. It's because you're always one mistake away from becoming a profitable, consistent trader. All you have to do is just focus up and become 1% better every day and eventually you'll become the trader that you want to be. Anyways, we are in July. We have 6 months more of trading, and we'll see if I become consistent for this year at least. I have 6 months to lock in. You guys have 6 months to lock in. And it doesn't matter if you're day trading, if you're just trying to get 1% better every day, if you're trying to get a better job, you're trying to increase your skills, you're trying to, swim, do anything, just get 1% better every day, and eventually over time it will compound into something really great. And what I like to say is, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Keep staying disciplined, keep staying consistent, and let's just get 1% better every day, and I'll see you in the next one.